o'clock in North Texas. Fox 4 News starts now.
The fight begins for Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott as he prepares to appeal his 6-game suspension. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. The NFL says Elliott violated the league's personal conduct policy after a year-long investigation into his domestic violence case out of Ohio. In a statement posted on Twitter tonight, Elliott says, quote, "I am both surprised and disappointed by the NFL's decision today, and I strongly disagree with the league's findings. I recognize the distraction and disruption that all of this has caused my family, friends, teammates, the Dallas Cowboys organization, as well as my fans. For that, I am sincerely sorry. I admit that I am far from perfect, but I plan to continue to work very hard on and off the field to mature and earn the great opportunity that I have been given." Alex Boyer is first on Fox News at 10, and Alex, you've got the latest.
Clarice, we know that 4 advisors worked alongside the NFL commissioner throughout this investigation. Those advisors reviewing all of the evidence that was presented to them, and then also met individually with the commissioner to give him their opinions about the Elliott investigation. But it was ultimately up to the NFL commissioner who made the decision to suspend Elliott for those 6 games. It's Ezekiel Elliott's entanglements off the field that has the Dallas Cowboys running back sitting on the sidelines.
It's unfortunate that we do have a special player like Zeke that we're going to miss out on 6 weeks.
The 6-game suspension imposed by the NFL comes after a year-long investigation into 4 specific incidents. One was back in March when TMZ obtained cell phone video capturing Elliott exposing a woman's breast during a St. Patrick's Day parade on Lower Greenville Avenue in Dallas. The others involved 3 separate incidents from July of last year, all part of one domestic violence case in Ohio where Elliott's then-girlfriend accused him of physically abusing her. These photos, reportedly taken by his accuser and released by TMZ, show bruising she says Elliott caused.
And we said it's a domestic. Is this your boyfriend, husband, baby, child, father?
My boyfriend. And he's been doing it for the past 5 days.
And you said he hit you. Where did he hit you?
All over.
While the Columbus City prosecutor ultimately declined to press charges against Elliott, citing inconsistencies in the victim's testimony, a 6-page letter sent to Elliott by the NFL says, quote, "We generally believed her for all of the incidents," end quote. In making its decision, the NFL also took into consideration testimony from more than a dozen witnesses, photographic and digital evidence, and thousands of text messages. Elliott's rep told NFL Network the league cherry-picks so-called evidence to support its conclusion, and that even NFL investigators concluded the accuser was lying. Peter Harvey, a former attorney general, advised the NFL during the investigation. He said Elliott's representatives gave potential alternatives to the alleged abuse.
Mr. Elliott's representatives argued in a meeting that maybe Miss Thompson fell downstairs. There was no witness to say she fell downstairs, and there was no photograph of her falling downstairs.
The suspension caught Cowboys owner Jerry Jones by surprise, who just recently had this to say about the investigation.
All I've made my comments based on is all knowledge that I have. I have everything. I do not anticipate a suspension.
Former sports agent Chris Lewis, now a criminal defense attorney, told us by phone the NFL's personal conduct policy allows the league to hold athletes to higher standards.
It can be enough instances of smoke that equate to fire, and that's what they want to avoid. They think that it gives the league a black eye.
And a Dallas-based branding expert says the football star needs to focus on rebranding himself before it's too late.
Every brand has to buy into what they're selling, and him as a CEO of Ezekiel Elliott has to buy into what his new brand and recognition is going to look like. If it was me, I would start really looking at that and going, you know what? I've got to make a change. And how am I going to do that? And how am I going to portray to the public that this is what I'm doing?
And that same letter sent to Elliott by the NFL, the commissioner told Elliott he must avoid having any other further negative contact with law enforcement, and he also cannot violate league policy again. If he does, Clarice, the commissioner says that Elliott could face additional consequences and at the very worst could be banned from the NFL. Back to you.